Beneath the veneer of refinement and rigid morality, the Victorian era throbbed with a hidden heart. Behind those corseted figures and carefully crafted reputations, some women dared to defy societal norms, embracing scandal with an almost rebellious glee. These weren't the women content to simply exist within the lines drawn for them. They were trailblazers, revolutionaries and rule-breakers who carved their own paths, consequences be damned. Today, we're going on a thrilling escapade into the scandalous lives of these women, the ones the history books might try to sanitize, but whose stories deserve to be told in all their messy, complicated glory. From notorious courtesans to boundary-pushing authors, these women refused to be silenced. Get ready to have your minds blown, folks, because we're about to meet the original trailblazers. These are the women who made the Victorian era a whole lot more interesting. Buckle up! Our first scandalous lady is none other than Lola Montez, an Irish dancer who took Europe by storm. But Lola wasn't just any dancer. She was an expert in the art of seduction, captivating men with her exotic routines and undeniable charm. Kings, lords, and even a prime minister fell under her spell. Lola's love life was a whirlwind of passionate affairs and dramatic scandals. She was rumored to have been married at least twice, maybe even 4 times. But who's really counting when you're as fabulous as Lola? Her most infamous affair with King Ludwig I of Bavaria, a romance that ultimately cost him his crown. Lola wasn't just a pretty face, though. She was a woman of wit and intelligence, using her platform to advocate for social causes and challenge the status quo. She was a feminist before the word even existed. Next we have Lady Jane Digby, an aristocratic wild child who threw convention to the wind and chased adventure across continents. Born into a life of privilege, Jane could have easily settled into a life of quiet domesticity, but that just wasn't her style. Instead, she embarked on a series of scandalous love affairs, racking up an impressive 6 marriages along the way. And these weren't just quick flings, mind you. Her husbands included a lord, a baron, and even a Greek count, each one more intriguing than the last. Jane's adventures weren't just romantic, though. She travelled through Europe and the Middle East, embracing new cultures and defying societal expectations at every turn. She even lived as a Bedouin chieftain's wife in the Syrian desert. Talk about living life on your own terms. Hold on to your hats, folks, because our next scandalous lady is Catherine Walters, a woman who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most famous courtesans in Victorian London. But Catherine was more than just a pretty face. She was a trendsetter, a fashion icon who captivated society with her impeccable style and undeniable allure. Catherine's beauty was legendary. Her porcelain skin, fiery red hair, and piercing blue eyes made her the envy of women and the obsession of men. She was known for her extravagant lifestyle, her lavish parties, and of course her string of wealthy and influential lovers. But Catherine was more than just a kept woman. She was a shrewd businesswoman who amassed a fortune and lived life on her own terms. She challenged the hypocrisy of Victorian society, proving that a woman could be both powerful and desirable. Now, let's talk about Mary Elizabeth Braddon, a literary trailblazer who took the Victorian literary world by storm with her sensational novels. But Mary wasn't just a writer. She was a master of suspense, weaving tales of love, betrayal, and intrigue that kept readers on the edge of their seats. Her most famous work, Lady Audley's Secret, was a smash hit, selling over 1 million copies and cementing her status as a literary superstar. But her success wasn't without controversy. Mary's novels often explored taboo subjects like bigamy, adultery, and female agency, themes that shocked and scandalized Victorian society. But Mary didn't care about pleasing the establishment. She was a woman who dared to write about the complexities of life, the good, the bad, and the downright scandalous, captivating readers with her sharp wit and unflinching observations of human nature. Our final scandalous lady is a true iconoclast, Victoria Woodhull, a woman who shattered glass ceilings and challenged the very fabric of American society. Victoria was a champion of women's rights, a tireless advocate for equality in a time when women were still seen as second-class citizens. But Victoria didn't just talk the talk, she walked the walk. She became the first woman to run for President of the United States. a bold and audacious move that sent shockwaves through the nation. And that wasn't all. She was also a vocal advocate for free love, challenging traditional notions of marriage and sexuality. Victoria's life was a whirlwind of activism, controversy, and groundbreaking achievements. She was a woman who refused to be silenced, a true pioneer who paved the way for generations of women to come. Wow, what a group of extraordinary women. From the stages of Europe to the streets of London and the halls of American power, these scandalous ladies left their mark on history. They were pioneers, rebels and trailblazers who challenged the status quo and fought for their right to live life on their own terms. So the next time you're feeling constrained by societal expectations, remember these incredible women. Let their stories inspire you to embrace your inner rebel, to challenge the norm, and to never, ever apologize for being your authentic self. And hey, if you enjoyed this scandalous journey through history, don't forget to subscribe to Conrad's Brain Candy for more mind-blowing content. Give us a like and tell us who you think the most scandalous lady of the Victorian era was.